Not particularly. They weren't very welcoming, and when it was the morning and when he had to go to school, they didn't give us a drink. We actually had to go to school and get our milk from the school. Well, in actual fact, my father obviously was in the army, so he wasn't around. But my mum and the other two children were evacuated to Sheffield to another family. So the house in Hendon in Audley Road was empty. Um, and as far as I know, I don't think we obviously had letters from them, but I can't really remember any letters or things from my mother, to be perfectly honest. I do have in our street, right opposite our house, was um, a great big shelter, and we had a shelter in the dining room, which was a metal table which you could hide under if the bombs started falling. And we also had another shelter in the garden that we could go to as well. So well, there was a choice of three shelters. But I think towards the end of the war, the shelter in the street was the one that most people used. I know that the milk was delivered by horse and cart in our street, and we all took it in turns to help the milkman. Um, and and we all the children in the street played in the street. We all played together in the street. Once the war was over, we that's what we did all the time. We all played in the street. I know when the war ended because my father came back and the first thing he did was wash all our faces in the sink because we must have been pretty filthy.